Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Austin from Throws and Brews, and today we have another yo-yo review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Vosun EZSPiN. Yeah, this is a nice budget yo-yo. Really straightforward design, pretty hardcore V-shape. The two little grooves there for like the sight lines, looks pretty awesome. Nice clean engraving on one side, which is pretty awesome because I don't really like engravings that much, but this one's nice and clean, straight to the point. You can see on that side, nothing much else going on. Another thing that really stands out with this design is, I don't know if it's a sticker or they just didn't anodize this and just polished it. It's kind of hard to see in this light. Around the outside here, it's actually like really shiny raw aluminum, which looks really awesome, especially if you're on stage. It's really eye-catching. And probably the best thing I can say about this throw is the finish you get with it. It's a very nice, almost chalkboard-like finish. Feels very premium, and it grinds for days. It's seriously, this is probably my favorite finish I've ever tried on a yo-yo, and it really makes me want to pick up everything else that Vosun's going to be doing, because if they throw this on there, it's going to be awesome. I guess this is next in line in their EZ line, because I also have a Vosun EZ Trick, and as you can see, this one is a little more, you know, leaning towards the organic, but it's still kind of like a HV type shape. Comparing them, you can see that the newer EZSPiN is definitely geared for more competition play. It's more V-shape, a little wider, easier to hit. Looking at the cups, this one doesn't really pack much rim weight, but you can see here they have a lot of material built up along the rims, and this is a really stable yo-yo. It's really nice. Even at low RPMs, you can still hit any trick because this thing just keeps going. It really lives up to the name EZSPiN, because you just give this thing even a light toss, you can get through pretty much any trick. I mean, all my tricks are pretty short, so this is way more spin time than I would ever even need, which is really awesome. And like I said, that finish is just killer. Yeah, so this EZ Trick, I would say geared towards more just like, you know, messing around, no pressure, just kind of maybe learning a new trick or maybe creating your own. Pretty even weight distribution, but the EZSPiN, you can definitely tell they geared this more for the stage competition scene, because this thing, I mean, it's $30, and you for $30 you really get your money's worth, because this is seriously probably one of the longest spinning yo-yos I have in my collection. Definitely the best finish that I've played, and also that for $30, honestly, I can say this is the smoothest yo-yo in my collection. Sometimes I have to look down to see if it's even still spinning, because it's dead silent, dead smooth. No vibe on the string, no vibe when I grind on it. Just awesome. For anyone who has a spark, a Spin Dynamics spark, you can kind of see they have similar diameters, similar widths and shapes. Spark's a really nice throw too. Like I said, no frill design, just really good, really long spinning, really smooth, easy to hit. I mean, if you're a competition player, what more could you ask for? And even if this yo-yo is great, if you're a new thrower and you find yourself like, hey, maybe I am going to be in competition soon, and you want something to kind of practice your speed, practice, you know, all your string hits, this would be a definite, like, good first competition throw for $30. I mean, if you're just starting out, you can't really ask for a better price than that. Yeah, so the specs: 56.4 diameter, the width 43.5, the weight 65.1, and the gap width 4.6. So yeah, I mean, you can tell they didn't really break the mold with this design. All the specs are kind of in the middle, leaning towards, you know, like a comfortable competition shape. And if that's what they were going for, they nailed it, because it's really hard to find anything negative about this thing. Once I get up and throw it around, I'll show you how smooth this thing is, how long it can spin, and how awesome it is in grinds. Yeah, so let's move the camera a bit, and I'll get up and throw it around and show you guys a little more. Alright, we're back taking a look at the Vosun EZSPiN. As I was saying before, just a dead smooth, awesome grind finish. Spins forever. Really easy to hit. Nice big wide V cap zone. Here, I'll show you guys how dead smooth this thing is. Just no vibe, grinds for days. I have Yoyos twice, 3 times the cost of this one, and they're not as smooth as this one, which just really shows you how far yo-yoing's come. It's become more accessible to get a good product for less money, which is pretty good, because that just, you know, opens up more players to better gear. Yeah, like I said, dead smooth, grinds for days. Like, that's insane. I would definitely say it's on par with the CLYW Manatee for grinds. This thing just doesn't stop spinning. Another thing I like to do with this thing is talon grinds. It just keeps going. That grind finish just can't be stopped. Really fast yo-yo, but I never really find myself having to try to keep up with it. It kind of plays at your skill level, which is nice. It's nice to have a nice, long spinning, reliable yo-yo that, you know, doesn't feel like it's out of your league. Nice, reliable, safe design. Oh. The response is really nice. That's always something that I'm kind of nervous about with these budget yo-yos, is sometimes the response is either too slippy or just way too grabby. But this one, I would say it's a nice balance of, you know, a nice response, but also it doesn't, you know, sneak up and respond when you don't want it to. One con that I forgot to mention earlier is the bearing that it came with was pretty bad, which I kind of come to expect with these cheaper throws. I just replaced it. I don't really mess with my bearings too much. If one's just quitting on me, I don't really try to clean it and salvage it. I'll just switch it out. So now I think I just have like a Buddha Whipple in here, and it was smooth before with the bad bearing in it, but replacing it with a Buddha bearing, it really just made this thing smooth and spins forever. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting one of these, don't be surprised if the bearing chokes up on you in a couple days. Like I said, I don't really care about that too much. For $30, I mean, a little maintenance is to be expected. Yeah, just a nice, you know, nice in the middle weight. Doesn't feel too heavy, doesn't feel too light. Just a really nice, safe, straightforward design. Spins forever. Like I said, those grinds are just ridiculous. It's insane. $30, you can't get better grinds. For $60, you can't get better grinds. Let me see how it is for finger spins. It's definitely doable, but it kind of has like a convex cup. So it's not geared towards that, but you know, if you kind of throw it at an angle, you'll be able to get some good finger spins from it. Just that, the finish on this, like I said, is like a nice chalky chalkboard feel. Feels really premium. There's no little nicks in it. It's very clean ano, really clean engraving. Nice eye-catching shiny rim. It looks bimetal, but it isn't bimetal. So That's pretty cool. It plays like a bimetal, that's for sure. I'm not even a huge fan of bimetals, but if they're going to be making throws like this for this cheap, it's like I don't even see a need for a bimetal in my collection because this thing just outspins almost everything that I have. Alright, so yeah, let's sit back down, I'll list some pros and cons, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright guys, we're back sitting down and we're going to do some pros and cons and my final thoughts on the design. Yeah, the Vosun EZSPiN pros, super cheap, 30 bucks. I mean, as far as aluminum yo-yos goes, you can't really get much better than that. Dead smooth, just it grinds for days. My favorite thing about this design is the finish on this thing. A nice premium feel. It's nice and matte. It's kind of almost like a chalkboard feel. It's really nice. Grinds forever. Some cons, like I said, the bearing that it came with lasted me about maybe 3 days tops, and it started just choking up and just dying on me. So I just swapped it out, threw in a spare bearing I had. Plays 10 times better than it did out of the packaging with a nice fresh bearing. So I mean, 30 bucks, that's a minor complaint. I mean, if that's the most I had to do to get the most out of this thing, so be it. I mean, 30 bucks, you can't beat it. It's not the best for finger spins. I mean, you can still do it if you kind of throw it at an angle. I barely do finger spins anyway, and this wasn't even geared towards that, so I mean, I guess some would list it as a con, but it didn't really hurt my feelings for this throw overall. Other than that, that's really all I can say about it. It's just a really no frills, you know, clean, safe design. Definitely geared towards competition. The only standout thing about the design really is the nice polished ring around the outside, which is really cool. I mean, if you're into V shapes and you're a newer player, or even if a player that's been throwing for a while and you just want to try out a new brand, 30 bucks, can't beat it. It's definitely worth checking out. I would pay $60 for this thing and still feel like I got my money's worth. So yeah guys, that'll do it for me today. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and I'll try to get back to you. Like the video if you like this review, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Thanks guys, have a good one. Cheers.